Hello and welcome to Improve Your Voice. My name is Darren McStay and today we're going to look at how you can craft the perfect elevator pitch. Now, if you don't know what an elevator pitch is and you're just one of my subscribers wondering, well, it's got a new video, let me check it out. It's basically the way you present yourself or your idea to another person in a very concise manner. You break it down, you give them all the best ideas you can down into a short space, as if you only had the amount of time that you were sharing with someone in an elevator. You must already know what a pitch is. A pitch is you sharing ideas, and a presentation is you sharing ideas at an extended time. A seminar might even go on for a week. So a pitch is the kind of shortest version of this. First of all, let's just demystify one idea about pitching, is that it comes from the word pitch, as in like a baseball player has a ball and they'll pitch the ball out, they'll throw it out, they'll toss it away, they're literally chucking it out there. And it comes from businesses like, for example, in Wall Street, if someone had a new idea in the business environment, they'd say, I'm going to pitch it to the team, or I'm going to pitch this to my new boss, or I'm going to pitch this in order to try and get work. I'm going to pitch this to a sales team. It was an idea, they were just throwing the idea out. And it never used to be a big deal. It never used to be such a scary thing like it seems to be now, because people have become very precious about the idea of pitching. But really, it's just that. It's taking the details of what you want to convey and making it short and concise to just throw it out there. So with the lightness of touch, here's a few things you can do in order to craft the perfect pitch. 1, it's a really handy idea to get to know how to brand yourself. Now, whether this is yourself as a person, which is good to do anyway, or yourself as a company or a business or whatever, or team, whatever it is you stand for, whatever you are trying to pitch in an elevator style, then it's good to know what it is that stands for. I'm going to use you as a reference now. So what I want you to do as an exercise is to get a pen and paper, and if you could write down all of the things that are important to you, that you stand for, all the things that you believe are good about the world and you want to kind of say, yeah, I believe in that. So all of your beliefs, whether it could be in, you believe in, maybe you're a vegan, so you believe in animal rights. Maybe you're not a vegan, but you still believe in animal rights. Maybe you have the environment issues are in your mind. Maybe you believe in equality, health and well-being, whatever it is. I want you to get a pen and paper and just brainstorm down all of the things that you believe you stand for, okay? And I want you to write down at least 20 things, okay? So go away, do that, pause this video and come back to this video once you've done that. Right, so I'm considering that you've got over 20 things on your list, and that's great. So what we're going to do with this list now is try to group different things on that list into things that kind of come under the same genre. So maybe you've got 3 things. You've got nutrition, the gym, and running or something. Maybe they'll all go under health. You know, so you can try and get these, put them into groups and clusters if you like, and try and see how many clusters there are or what things really do fit together or could be the same thing. Go and do that now, pause this video and come back when you've finished it. Great, welcome back. So now you've got your clusters, your groups of things you stand for. I want you to find within those groups the 3 groups which are most important to you. If you haven't quite got 3 groups, maybe check again, but we're going to aim for 3. If 2 is fine, but 3 is probably better. And you're going to take the most important or vital category or aspect of that, or what these things could all be as an umbrella. So what do they all kind of stand for? And you're going to find one word which may be in each group, or may in fact be a slightly different word that kind of combines all the words in that group together. And you're going to write down for each group those words, the finalized words, or the breakdown, the concise version from each group. Okay, do that and then come back again. So now you should have a list of words. I'm not sure how many groups you had, but in those words you need to pick the top 3 or 2 if that's all you had. And we're going to say that these 3 things are what you stand for. Okay, we're going to put these to the side now. You're going to just leave them to the side, keep them highlighted, and come back to them a bit later when we're crafting the pitch together. The second exercise today is you, or for your company, but we're going to stick with you for now, are going to write down what you want. This is could be personally, if it is about you, what you want. I want you to visualize your perfect life, or the perfect business scenario, or what is it that you want to get from doing what you're going to do, or being who you are. Where do you see yourself in life in, say, 20 years from now? What is it you want? I mean, truly, honestly, truly. Write down in a paragraph or two, as short as possible, what is it you want? Just, be as bold and big as you like. It's fine. So pause this, go and write that down, and then come back. Right, so now, once you've got that, you've got your list of 3 things you stand for, you've got your couple of paragraphs on what you want. Now I want you to write down what it is you're willing to give to get what you want, or what your business will offer to get that thing it wants. But again, we're going to stick with you for now. What is it you're willing to do to get that thing that you want? Say, for example, on your sheet you said, I want to be a millionaire with 10 swimming pools in a gigantic house, and I want to have a multi-billion corporation. Whatever it is, it could have been much more humble than that. I just want to own a grocery store and do well for my community. I want to be able to save the environment. Now, so that's what you want, but for this next part, you're writing down what you're going to do to achieve that, or what you're offering to get those results. What is it that you're going to do? What is the thing you're going to give? What of yourself, what your service, or what are you creating? What do you plan to create that's going to get you what you want? Okay, go and write that down now and come back afterwards. Okay, so we've looked at what you're going to give, or what you're offering, but now we want to look at what will the world get from you. What is the thing? So not just what you're going to give of yourself, but what are you offering the world? What is it you're doing for the planet? What is it you're doing for your business? What is it you're doing for yourself that will greater the world, your business, or everything else? What is the need that's being met of the other people, of your audience? What do you do for them? Okay, what do they get out of it? Now this is probably the hardest one of the lot, but I want you to consider this and just write down again a paragraph or 2, not what you're going to be doing, but what the world will get from what you will be doing. Okay, write that down and come back again. Now we're going to take all of these elements, and I want you to write down on a piece of paper. This is just, a first draft. I want you to change this into your own words again later on. But for now, I just want you to write this down as a short statement. I've left an example in the description box below, so you can print that off, or go to my website and there's a page there with all the printouts that I've used for this channel. And you're going to write out /we, but today we're going to do it on you. So it's I will give the world, you fill in the blanks, by the year, because I believe in. So essentially we're working backwards. Let's say, for example, your thing is, I will give people fresh water in areas where they can't currently get it, because I have the ability to bring a team together, and I know people who are willing to do that, and I have the education and the want to do that, and this is going to bring me lots of inner happiness and job satisfaction, because I stand for the future of the planet, the health and happiness of others, and equality. So that could be a way that you write your statement. And what I want you to do is, when you've written this statement out, it might take you a little while, again, stop this video after I finish speaking and then come back to it, is you're going to take this, write it out, and speak it aloud a couple of times. And I want you to see how it feels. How does it feel in your mouth to just say this? Do you agree with it once you've written it down? Maybe you want to reword some of it, or maybe you've realised that maybe you don't stand for that, or that you're willing to put that effort in, or that you don't really believe that's something you could or want to do. But either way, go through this process until you've found a statement that's very simple and you're very happy with. Okay? Once you've found that, after saying it a few times, come back to this video and finish the rest of the video. Okay, so what happens is, once you've read this aloud a few times and you've had a chance to hear it, maybe you want to record it into your phone or dictaphone and listen back to yourself saying it. It doesn't matter right now about articulation and clarity, or if you get it wrong. Just try and make sure that it feels right for you, and that you totally believe what you're saying. Now this is just one example. This is quite a simple statement, but what's interesting here is when you're creating an elevator pitch, okay, you have to know these details and you have to work them down into such a short amount of time, because you don't know how much time you do have to share yourself with an investor or teammate or whoever it is you're pitching yourself to in a short amount of time. So by having a clear, concise statement, what you're saying is, I know what I want, I know what I'm offering, I know why I'm offering it and what people are going to get from it. And so once you can just put this into a small statement, someone asks you, right, what's your elevator pitch? Whether it's about yourself or your company, you can answer these questions like that. So once you've got this and you're happy with it, rehearse it. It's not very long. It's a couple of sentences. Just learn it and just practice saying it. And if you don't feel comfortable with it or something changes, just change it slightly and then practice it again. But this is the best way to craft your elevator pitch. It's foolproof, it's very simple, which is what people want. You don't want to bore people with details. You want to give them what they're going to get, what the future looks like, what your future looks like, what you're going to do for the planet. This is going to interest people. It's going to keep it short and concise so they don't get bored. Plus they'll know exactly who you are or your company is and whether or not they want to invest their time or any more effort into you. I'm sure if you've gone further down the line with this and you know a lot more about your business already or have further developed your ideas, then they'll ask you. They'll ask you for a bigger meeting or a presentation. But for now, keep it simple, keep it concise, and if you need help with articulating and the actual public speaking part of it itself, check out one of my other videos because there's plenty here to help you. And that was how to craft the perfect elevator pitch. I hope it does you well. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Darren McStay, this is Improve Your Voice, and until the next time, look after your voice.